Hey friends, I just wanted to give you a quick update on our trip to the Dominican. So many of you have been praying for us, and we appreciate those prayers. And you've been giving towards the ongoing efforts there in the Dominican and our partnership through Revision with several churches there in three communities in the Dominican Republic. So you've been praying, you've been giving towards it, you've been advocating. I know you're sharing pictures and on Facebook and your social media avenues, and talking to your friends and family and those who you have maybe influence with. So, and then many of you have been going, right? There's still a large percentage of our church that goes with us, and every time we go, we take someone new who's yet to have been. And so, man, we are really blessed that God has put together this relationship and this opportunity to serve His people in the Dominican Republic and help them serve their community. They're incredible. So this trip specific, you guys had as a church, we'd sent some funds through our March to the Cross missions offering last year. And so I wanted to update you. It's been a little over 4 years now since this partnership began. And those funds went specific to the Fourth Refugio. They did windows and painting and some of those things. And so I'm going to put together some pictures very soon and put those out for you to see. But what you'll notice in those is that the facilities are beautiful. And so you've been a part of that. And so the Fourth is fairly close to total completion. So they're still working on some kitchens, some outdoor things, but it's very usable right now. And so there's some extra things they want to do, but right now it's being used greatly. So, and that's not the only. Being there 4 years ago and seeing nothing but plans, nothing but ideas, nothing but vision, that especially with Pastor Julio Cesar and Doug with Revision, and Melanie there on the ground, and Fernando and the whole crew. And so just moving from 4 years ago to just this vision with not, no facilities, that kind of thing. And to go in today or this week, I was totally amazed at how much God has done through His people, through these partnerships there in the community. So I take Los Asisis as an example. Los Asisis went from a small church that's hosting Compassion there, and it's a house on down the street from the church. They had a house when they first started going, and then it moved over time to a larger facility that they were renting. And then the church has built now, which the Compassion Center is using already, this enormous facility for, they're moving from just a handful of kids to like 500 children that they can have in their program there. And it's right in the church's backyard, literally on the church's property. And so it's just amazing to see what God has done through your prayers and your going and your generosity and your advocation for the mission there. And so I just wanted to update you on some of those things. Going back to the Fourth Refugio, I was talking to Pastor Felipe. The facility is there, right? They're filling it up. The bottom section of it's for the children. They're doing some mission work with the children there. Talking about a school type thing, and it's already full. Like it's amazing. What we need to do now is be is to help the church grow as far as adults. And so the church is still small, and there's always as it takes time to grow in that specific community. That's one that we've kind of at Crossway really taken on and adopted. And so when we go this summer, we're going to be there helping the church do activities and events and meeting in people's homes and really trying to draw the men and women of the community like the children have been drawn already. So I would appreciate your prayers about the Fourth Refugio there in La Antenna up on the mountain. It's a place that God has really put in my heart, and some beautiful views. And so you'll see some pictures, and we'll let you know exactly what that community looks like. So continue that. Again, continue to give, continue to advocate and share, and I hope that you'll go. Some things that we did specific on this trip, just so you can update on this trip. We started out with a men's retreat, drew the church leaders, men, into the camp in which we were staying, had some teaching time, some fellowship time, meal times together, all those things. And so we focused on the Scriptures calling for men to lead the home, and Scriptures calling for men to lead the church. And so in those two areas, and then we, again, had some fellowship time together. We actually took pieces of cardboard. We divided up in teams, Americans on the team of the Dominicans, and took pieces of cardboard and duct tape, and that was all you had. That was your total resources. Lots of duct tape, lots of cardboard. We had to make a boat, and then we literally raced those boats. And so you can imagine, we got in the pools and picked the smallest guy on the team, and after building a boat out of duct tape and cardboard and raced those things. It was pretty amazing. Some of them sank, some of them survived, depending on how your approach as far as making it. So learned a lot about teamwork and different things through that process. But then after the men's retreat was over, we had a list from each church there in the region, and for furniture and the needs for the church, for book shelving, furniture, cubbies, all those things. And for the Compassion Center there that we just completed. And so took those back to the Vocational Training Center in Heine, partnered with some of their men there, and then the boys who are in the program, the young men in the program, and we started going to work and building these things. So it was neat. Got them installed and all those things. Of course, there's still more to do, but we got a lot done, and it's in God's grace that was able to happen. So, and again, side by side with with Dominicans making that thing happen. And so we just wanted you to have an update on what's going on, and not just this trip, but in the trips to come. And so look, over the next couple of weeks, I mean, we need to know in 2 weeks if you're going on the June trip. It's Tuesday to Tuesday because the flights were much cheaper. So that's our next trip, June 4th through the 11th. And again, that's Tuesday to Tuesday. You've got to let us know in the next 2 weeks if you're able to go on that trip. And again, we'll be working specifically with the 4th Refugio, making sure that we can reach their community with the gospel. So, hey, thanks for your time, and we'll update you soon.